Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. In the last episode, we made our way halfway through the Palace of Distorted Lustful Desires, and are now getting closer and closer to the treasure hidden deep within the top of the tower. And honestly, we more than likely will be finally securing our actual route to the treasure in today's episode. And honestly, once we get to that, we'll be pretty much ready to actually finish off this palace. Since once you actually make the infiltration route, you're pretty much actually onto the final bit of the palace, and then you're pretty much done with it. But honestly, that is saying things a little too early due to the fact that the main problem is you actually have to get there, and that can be hard depending on how long it takes. So, honestly, because of that, we got a lot of stuff on our hands today, because we need to make our way there. So, with that being said, I actually ended up messing around with Arsene a little bit, just because I want to use him a little bit more, since normally you really can't use him due to the skills he currently has when he starts. So I ended up messing around with his skills using the skill cards I had from my previous playthrough. So honestly, I got to give him a little bit of new life, since normally you don't get to use Arsene as much as you normally would like to. So honestly, I went out with my way to go and give him a little bit more of an extra life, because honestly, getting to use him a little bit more would be pretty nice, honestly. And if I had any, little bits of, oh, that's a badass enemy, let's deal with him real quick, because, yeah, these guys are definitely not safe to deal with when they're out in the open. So honestly, let's get him out of here before actually, running, because I don't think we would be able to really keep him away from us because of the fact that, honestly, most areas you have to go back to sometimes when it comes to these palaces, depending on where you are. So honestly, being ready for, badass enemies when they are on the map is honestly the best time to deal with them, because one, the XP that you get from them is actually pretty nice, because they are the strongest enemy you will be fighting in that palace when it comes to normal enemies that aren't boss scripted or something like that, because technically there's multiple bosses per palace, which is, honestly, it makes sense because of the fact that, honestly, the main boss you won't be fighting off with the main boss until you're basically done with the palace. And one second. There's gotta be a contraption somewhere that can move the bars to this doorway. Didn't even notice it was locked, to be honest. But yeah, whenever you get to the final bit of the palace, that's when your real, final boss for each palace is, and that makes sense, because, honestly, that's how it was in all other Persona games when it came to, well, not really Persona 3 when it came to the whole thing with the Tartarus, but for Persona 4, whenever you got to the end of a TV world, you would end up fighting off with a boss, and that's the same thing when it comes to this game. And honestly, it's not bad. I actually like it this way, because honestly, it feels more in tune to what the characters are, because they're Phantom Thieves, so honestly, setting up a heist is honestly the coolest feature of the whole thing of being a Phantom Thief and everything, honestly. So, honestly, it's pretty cool, but we'll get to that when we actually get into the actual first heist, because right now we're only securing the route to do the heist, that's the main thing. A safe room, thank goodness. Yep, thank goodness indeed, and now we have the central tower. Let's make a note of this place, so we can come right back here later. Yep, true. And honestly, having a way to get back here would be nice. What are you thinking, Ryuji? Mona's right, the treasure should be at the top of the tower. Just a little bit further. Yep, a little bit further indeed. We're getting closer and closer. We're on the lower half right now, then we have the middle half, and then we have the top half. So, honestly, we are technically 1/3 of the tower, when it comes to that, but we're actually, I think we're pretty much 2/3 of this palace when it comes to actual, position of where we are. We actually got really far in the last episode for a palace run, honestly, because, yeah, that was basically the biggest half of the palace was the actual castle parts. And the tower is far from being as long, honestly, when it comes to how much of a distance it is, because the trek between both of them is actually mostly the actual, regular castle part, as you can see how big the castle was. So yeah, definitely much easier now that we're actually at this point. Actually, it would have been smart to maybe grab one of these angels, to be honest. When I fight another one of these groups, I probably should grab one because of the fact that it has light magic, and that's actually a type of magic we don't have at the moment, which would actually be smart to have because of the fact that, well, having every single weakness is honestly a smart thing to have. And I see another badass up ahead. Technically, they're called Savage Shadows, but I've gotten so used to, like, strong enemies in video games being called badasses because of Borderlands, to be honest. So I've always just called, like, strongest enemies in video games when I actually had, like, you know, like, because how it is with Persona, you have the way that they are in this game. They have, like, the strongest enemy of the bunch. So honestly, it kind of makes sense, but you don't really have that in, like, Persona 3 or 4 to really go upon, so you never really think to say that. And also, we can actually blow up this, well, not succubus, incubus real quick, and blow him up, and down goes the disaster shadow, and we also get a free item out of it, so honestly, both end up working for us in the end. And honestly, I'll take that since that helps out a lot. And we also got some free gear, but we have to use the laundromat to fix it up. I never actually really used... Ooh, that was close. Don't need him ambushing us, because these guys, if they actually see you, they're actually really, really fast. So, thankfully, he got messed up when he was actually seeing us there. Usually, I've had a bad track record when it comes to those guys, and they usually normally do see me. So I'm actually surprised that he caught me when, you know, walking as close as I did there, because... yeah, I actually thought he did see me for a second there, to be completely honest. And since we got the crits, we knocked him down on the floor, and that's a free all-out attack on this Eligor. Sorry, buddy, but yeah, definitely, when I get a crit, I'm definitely taking advantage of that, because honestly, crits don't come that often, to be honest, when it comes to just getting a random one like that, because that's pretty good, honestly. See a treasure over there, we might as well grab that. Free items are always nice to grab, honestly, so might as well grab it. Relax, Gel. I believe that's for brainwash and stuff like that, so we don't have to worry too much on that, but honestly, it's not bad. Okay, now we're done with the... what half are we on right now? We're on upper level already. We're getting closer and closer to the end, but... oh, never mind. Can't go that way. Forgot about that. But we do have this statue over here. Seeing this face pisses me off every goddamn time. The statue? No, it might be dangerous to tamper with it. Let's keep going for now. Okay, well, let's keep going. Never mind. Swinging axes are definitely hindering us here. Unless you want to run through that, be my guest, Joker. Whoa, that was close. Wait, what is this? Danger. I can tell you that one. It's a classic security measure. My tail might be in danger if we try to force our way through, though. Oh yeah, same for Panthers. So, what do? No way we're getting through here as is. True. We definitely get chopped up a little bit since, although we are thieves, I don't think we're that agile, let's be honest. So the only thing we can really do, well, actually, forgot one thing. We gotta look at that statue again, because the statue is important here, so might as well make sure to do that. I completely glossed over the statue a second time there. You think this controls those swinging things? Well, maybe. Let's see. Well, doesn't seem like it's working right now. There's no reaction. Well, looks like nothing we can do with it at the moment. I didn't think it would be that easy. We'll probably need some kind of key for it. We gotta look for a key again. What a pain in the ass. Where would it be, though? There weren't any suspicious rooms on the way here. True. What do you think, Joker? There has to be a hidden room. An enemy has the key. We don't need a key. Well, technically no, but because of the fact that we don't want Morgana getting hurt here, because if Morgana trying to run through there, yeah, he might lose his tail, so let's be honest here, we'll be careful with that, so, an enemy might have the key. That probably would be the most likely scenario. An enemy? You mean one of them shadows that's roaming around? Dude, how many of them do you think there are? We can't beat the crap out of all of them. True. The key is for this tower, so it would have to be in one of the shadows around here. On top of that, it would have to be a relatively high-ranking one. Then we'll just need to look for shadows. Like that, and defeat them. Let's do this, Joker. We need to find the shadow with the key. True on that. And also, I just thought of something, because I was training with the difficulty on a lower difficulty earlier. I just want to make sure that we're actually on the difficulty we're supposed to be on. Okay, just need to make sure about that, because while I was training, I put it down to easy just to save me some time. But, yeah, definitely would make more sense if it was actually on normal here. And I'll deal with this guy. I don't mind getting spotted by this guy here. Okay, we got an Archangel. Level 14, so he's actually 4 levels ahead of us right now, because as I said, I did a little bit of training, just because we weren't fighting every enemy, and normally I do whenever I play this game, so I just make sure that, I wanted to make sure we were okay. Okay, because he's irritable and he's a higher level than us, we can't recruit him, so honestly, doing an all-out attack here is honestly the smartest thing. Thankfully, we had Ryuji here because of the fact that electricity was pretty much, like, the most, honestly, the most important thing we had in that fight, so honestly, knocking him down with that was honestly the best thing we could have gotten. Okay, ooh. Okay, that was not exactly how I was expecting him to be looking at that moment, but let's tear off his mask again. Because, yeah, we need to get these out. Oh, here we go. We actually need one of these, like I said, so let's actually grab one of these angels. So let's just say, lend me your power, like always, and we'll just say no need for that. Because, honestly, having an angel at this point in the game would be nice. Just in case, as I said, light magic is actually pretty good, or blessed magic, as it's really called, because it got curse instead of dark magic, as I would have normally called it. And then for light magic, it would be blessed magic. But honestly, it's still pretty good. You have your insta-kill skills, but you also have your actual, like, damaging versions of the skills now, which is actually nice, because originally they didn't have that. And also, before we actually jump right into this fight, it would probably be smart to heal at least a little bit of the HP we lost, because, yeah, that guy kind of hit like a truck, didn't he? So, before we ambush the Golden Guard here, let's just be smart there, because honestly, because of him being, you know, the high guard, yeah, and he's an Eligor at level 16, so that's definitely the case. And a lot smarter, and electricity is what he's weak to, so zap him up, and down he goes. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. So, sorry Eligor, but we need you to give us that key, buddy, because we're gonna need that for that statue. Okay, he's almost down. Now we just need to burn him a little bit more, and then knock him right on down, since a little bit more HP, and down he goes. GG, Eligor, you gotta try harder than that, buddy. And $900, and a okay, handy eye, okay, we'll take it. Level 7 for Arsene, which also gives him his final ability, but the thing is it only works when he's surrounded. So unless we had the ability that, because there's special abilities that we don't have unlocked yet, which basically gives you a secondary ability that's a passive for your character no matter what, for each persona, and you can change it up for every single one. If we had the one that let us use abilities that were only of when we're surrounded in normal battle, then this would be useful, but honestly, you don't really get surrounded that often, so it's not really that useful at the moment. It would be, but it really isn't. But Randy Right Eye, why is it called Randy? Hey, that shadow did have something. What the hell is up with this? An eye? Oh, I just figured it out. This must be how we stopped those scythes. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, this statue didn't have eyes. Yeah, it didn't. How much grosser can you get? So this is gonna stop those things, huh? Well, we'll need one more. Another guard captain probably has it. Let's try checking the other floors, Joker. Okay, and with that being said, down we go. Because that's where we're gonna find some more. Okay, we got 3 of them. Crap. They all look like high-ranking soldiers. Are we gonna have to beat all of them? That would work. But there should only be one actual guard captain among them. Do you have any way to tell them apart, Joker? I think you, of all people, would have the skills to figure out which one's the real one. Okay, well, the only thing I can think of is the third eye because of the fact that they all look the same. So, honestly, that's the only way I can tell, but maybe there's another way to really tell it, honestly. Looks like they're gone now. I'll leave our next move up to you, Joker. Okay, thanks, Morgana. We are the battle manager at this moment, so honestly, and technically team leader as well. But, yeah, definitely would be smart to kind of look around and see. That guy is different, actually, up there. Okay, so there is actually a way to tell. I never actually went out of my way to check the third eye for this before, so that's actually how you tell. Okay. Well, that guy saw us barely, but he kind of messed up there, though, on actually seeing us. And then just yoink that, and there we go. Okay, so the little shimmer on him actually showed it to us. God, another one of these. That shadow has a lot of health. This'll be a pain. Joker, I taught you how to strike your opponent's weaknesses, right? If you could blind it or put it to sleep, you might have an easier time doing the real damage to it. Okay, technical attacks. Performing a specific attack on an enemy with a status ailment will make it a technical attack. This increases the damage dealt, and may knock down the enemy down as well. Various conditions are required to perform a technical attack. Those conditions will be displayed in the skill list or your cursor. Okay, however, if your enemy's affinities are unknown, the conditions will not be shown. Okay, more information will also be listed in technicals. Okay, so basically when you saw that enemy get shocked earlier and then I used the physical skill, and ended up being a technical skill and ended up knocking down the enemy. So that's one way of the technicals. You can also use nuke to do that as well. But you also have status ailment ones, like the one that Un has specifically. If you have psychokinesis, you can actually use psychokinesis for those skills as well. And there's a couple of technicals you can do. You have to kind of like look for them and know what you're going into when it comes to that. So it's kind of like pick and choose to what kind of situation you are in and which party members you have on the field and what kind of personas you have. So see, as we have Dormania here, we can put it to sleep, and now it's sleeped. And then I should be able to, let's say you sigh here. Normally you would do that for this, and then 74 technical, and then you get a free knockdown, and then you go for an all-out attack. Pretty simple stuff. But honestly, it looked like any kind of ability we used there was a technical when it came to Joker. Don't know why I guess sleep would make sense, but most skills don't have that when it comes to certain ones, but sleep definitely is the most important one, as it looks like. Honestly, not bad, but it does give the enemy's HP back if you don't do enough damage to them, but it's only a small bit, so it's nothing major. But Lustful Left Eye, we'll take it. Okay, that one makes more sense for that name, but I don't know what a Randy is. Lustful Left Eye. Sweet. We got both of them bastard's eyes. Let's go stop those swinging things. Yeah, definitely. Might as well grab this since Hannah was right. I was actually taking a guess there, so honestly, we'll take that. Okay, now we need another way down. Oh, from here. Okay. That's one good thing about this ability, is being able to see stuff like that. And we might as well get rid of the other Golden Guard enemies, just so you guys can see what was hiding behind these guys. Because, yeah, you have to go for the right one to get your eye. So, it looks like we have 2 succubuses and incubuses. Okay, well, let's see here. Well, the best thing we can do here is using Garu to knock down him. And then we can go for... Let's see here. I'm trying to think of the best way to do the most amount of damage here on this turn. I just want to show you how good the baton passes can be as long as you use it correctly. Because as long as you keep baton passing to each other, it actually makes you have a lot of damage overall. So as we can see, we have 3 baton pass here with a Rampage, and that's the kind of damage you can do. And if we didn't miss this guy, that is, it would have been much better, but... only 1 incubus on the field, and honestly the succubuses are more dangerous than the incubuses are, and as we saw, we got on back, so honestly it didn't do much to us, but yeah, it could have been much more dangerous. But as we can see, that was what we were going to fight if we would have fought one of the other guys, but level 11 out of that. And we'll definitely take that, since that will help with the actual boss of this place. Okay, so since we already saw what the other Golden Guard is, we'll make our way back over this way. Oh, there's actually another one over here. It's kind of interesting. Okay, let's just make our way back to where we were, since that is where we'll be heading. So let's slide on past them, and let's head on back up, since we have to make our way through that big room again, since we do have to get our way, back there. Okay. Let's see here. Slide past him. And then... there we go. Okay. I just want to get back there so we don't have to refight everything, but we do have to fight this guy again, because he is in the main hallway and we can't just slide past him like I normally would do there, so just in case it's just smarter that way, just in case, because you never know. Because honestly, running past certain enemies doesn't work as good as it could actually happen, so just to be smart when it comes to certain ones, because you don't want to raise the security level for no reason, because based on what I can tell, and slash what I've noticed when it comes to this game, the higher the security level, the stronger the enemies are, which basically is what they say, but it could be worse because of the fact that the more SP you use, the faster you have to leave the palace or gain your SP. So honestly, it's easier to do it the way that I'm doing it and making sure you pick and choose your fights, because if I chose to fight every single enemy inside this palace, it would actually be a much longer series, because of the fact that usually I would normally, like, when I play it on my own, I would actually 100% every single room. So honestly, because of the fact that we don't have to do every single room, because of the fact that honestly, I'm not going to go for every single treasure inside the videos, because honestly, not every treasure you need, to be completely honest. The only treasures I really want to go for sure on these kind of videos is the will seeds, and the only other will seed we need to actually go to is the one that is in the bottom room, and I'll show you that to you guys later when we get to that. We have both eyes now. Let's try putting them in, Joker. Okay, use the eyes. So, pop both eyes in. And that looks pretty ominous, but hopefully this works. And so far it looks like it's slowing down, and we got it. Alright, we can get across now. Good. Okay. And honestly, since this is free, we might as well just grab this. So, free chest, breath ring. Okay. I believe that gives you each... oh no, that's Garo ring. We'll use that later, honestly. We don't need it right now. But it would be good on certain characters, but I like my XP bonuses at the moment. Okay, because of the fact that we can actually knock down this angel real quick, because of the fact that we can get a baton past Zio on the Principality, let's do that because of the fact that, yeah, this Principality will hit us like a truck if we let him. So, just in case, let's not deal with him that way, because, yeah, the Principalities could hurt if we let him do that one skill again, as we saw earlier, because, yeah, that full team hit honestly hits pretty hard. So, yeah, let's not give him any freebies, honestly. Okay, let's get this chest here. Ooh, revival bead. As I said, not all chests are bad. Just like that one we saw was pretty good, so honestly, we'll definitely be able to use some of this stuff. Okay, next level of the tower. Getting closer and closer to where we need to be, the throne room. And that's where we saw on the map that the treasure is. Actually, it's closer than... it should show it on this map, but it should be right here on this map. But we're getting closer and closer to our actual goal. Waiting for him to turn around so we can get the jump on him real quick. And there we go. Off goes your mask. And let us into that throne room. Okay, more principalities. Or one principality and then 2 angels, but it's definitely not something we want to be dealing with because, yeah, principality will hit pretty hard if we let them. So, just to be careful, as I said, no giving them any kind of freebies, because honestly, we're not in the business of getting hit by him again. Because, yeah, I didn't expect him to hit as hard as he did earlier, to be honest. But down he goes, and down goes the angels. And with Ryuji's approval, we win the fights. Level 39 experience, and we got a level for Ryuji, and a free skill, which is Headbutts. That should be, yeah, medium damage, and Forgets is also attached to that. So now we have 2 abilities that can affect the enemies around us, and we also got another safe room. Okay, let's open up this revival bead, and then open up the safe room real quick, and get that noted for later. Looks like we can use this place to rest. And we have now unlocked the throne room, final room of the palace, other than the other will seed we still need to go to, but definitely getting closer. This should make for a good base. We can resume our infiltration from here, if we take a break too. True. An's got something to say, so let's talk to her. We need to steal that treasure to teach Kamoshida a lesson. Let's go whenever we're ready. Okay, definitely, almost ready, honestly. So, let's head on back out. Okay, let's get back to exploring. Okay, let's do this. So, based on what we can see, we have an area up here, so let's jump up here. And then use our quick shots, and free treasure chest. Might as well grab that. I'll be taking this. Physical ointment. I forgot how useful that is, honestly. I don't remember. I think that's for blocking physical skills, I think. I'm not 100% because I've never really used it, to be honest. But I believe that's the purpose of those. Okay, we're in. Yep, we are. Quiet down, you idiots. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of enemies down there because we saw them on the map. Oh shit, it's Kamoshida. And a ton of soldiers. Yeah, it is.
How have you not captured the intruders yet?
I apologize, my liege. I bet he'd never imagined we're in the same room as him. Come on, let's keep moving. Okay, yeah, let's definitely get on past him, since we have a free chance to getting to that treasure behind him. So, honestly, I want to see if we can get any more out of him.
What are you doing? We're gonna get caught if you go that way.
Okay, I just wanted to see if we would get more dialogue, since, honestly, it's worth a shot, honestly. But, let's make our way back here, since this is where we're supposed to be going. Okay, and now that we're actually at the treasure, we should have our infiltration route secured now for our actual heist.
This sturdy-looking door is pretty promising. Let's head inside.
Okay, and there's where it would be. But, it looks like, it's just a big old blob at the moment. Nothing looked like a treasure.
Whoa, what is this place? Holy shit. That treasure thing's gotta be in here.
Yep, definitely gotta be. And it's definitely not that floating thing in the air, let's be honest. Hey, what is this? It's floating in the air. What is it, Morgana? That's a treasure. We finally found it. That cloudy thing. Yeah, the cloudy thing indeed. Just hold on a second. I was planning on telling you more once we've made it this far. Simply finding the treasure isn't good enough. We'll need to make it materialize before we can steal it. Okay. And how do you do that, Morgana?
What do you mean?
Desires have no physical form by nature. Hence, we'll first need to make the real person aware that their desires are in fact a treasure. Once they are conscious that their desires might be stolen, the treasure will finally show itself. But how do we do that? Oh, there we go, calling card. We will warn them, telling them we're going to steal your hearts.
So we're gonna send a calling card. That's totally what a Phantom Thief would do.
True. And that's what our real first heist will officially be, what Mishima was wondering about. Once we do that, the treasure will only will appear for certain, I think. You think?
And that again. Either way, sounds like it's worth giving it a shot, though.
True. Our infiltration route is secure. All that's left now is to pump out a calling card, in reality, and then come back to take the treasure. Okay, sounds like a deal. This is it, huh? Yep, it is. We won't lose, it took so long. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this indeed. That's a spirit. Yep, it is. Once we send out a calling card, there will be no turning back. Okay. Just let me know when you're ready. We'll head back to your hideouts and send out the calling card. Okay, sounds like a plan. The infiltration route has been secured. All that remains is to send the calling card to Kamoshida. Yep, it is. So, now that we actually have the secure routes actually set up, we actually have one more thing we need to do, and that's that will seed. Because, honestly, the route is not done until we get that, so let's make sure to get that. We've secured our route, so what should we do now? Do we want to head out for today? There's still things to do. I see. Then let's keep exploring a bit more. Okay. So, in order to get to that will seed, we need to make our way back to the one room. Actually, it would have been safer to do, teleport back to where we were, but we can be fine with that, because it's not hard to get there from the, from where we're going, so let's see here, just need to get back down. That's the major problem there. Oh, hello. Like, I didn't even see us. I didn't even notice him until we walked past him. Okay, so let's see here. So in order to get there, we need to go to an easy infiltration spot for that location. So based on here, yeah, right here would be smart. So yeah, I think we can get there from here. If not, it's fine, but as long as we're close to this room is honestly where we need to be. So let's see here. So in order to get there, we need to make our way down to the floor. So honestly, yeah, we should have probably came in from the front, actually, now I think about it. Because yeah, saying to leave the palace would have been smarter. Okay, but yeah, we need to go this way. And then jump up here. And then go back in. Just like so. And we go back to where that painting that was over here was. Because that's how we get there. So jump on through. And back into the palace we go. So this area over here we actually did nothing with earlier. So we need to do something with this. So, let's see what's going on here. I don't hear the gears moving. There doesn't seem to be any power going to them. Let's remember this place. It might lead to something. Yeah, it might lead to somewhere indeed. But we need to go through here in order to get it. So, let's try out the puzzle here. And we need to figure out a way to actually turn it on.
Huh, no reaction. The other one moved, but not this one.
No sound from the gears, probably because it's not moving. Maybe there's a switch hidden somewhere that we can activate this thing.
Okay, with a quick cut to make sure where we were going, I just had to look at the map real quick to kind of reevaluate places we haven't been, and this is actually where the switch is for that elevator downstairs. So, now that we actually remember where that is, honestly, if I looked at my map earlier, it would have been easier, but honestly, I didn't think about that before, but honestly, it's fine because of the fact that sometimes it could be in areas that you've already went through, so honestly, I thought I remembered it being in the tower, to be honest, so it's fine.
Oh, something is moving. Are those gears? I see. I bet we can access an area that we couldn't before. Good eye, Joker.
Good eye indeed. So, with that being said, we just make our way back inside this little painting over here, like Mario 64. And we go and find the elevator again, since it should be moving now. And let's just make sure, yep, gears are moving perfectly fine. And let's go and see what's going on over here. So, down goes the elevator, and down goes the party. So, let's see where the Phantom Thieves are going. Since, apparently this should lead us to somewhere important. Which, as I said before, it will be our will seed. Since, honestly, these are pretty well hidden.
I sense something. Could it be? One of those doors must be nearby. Let's try and find it.
And as we can see, we got a golden guard soldier over here, and that is something that comes with all the end will seeds. For some reason, there's always a final fight for each and every one. For some reason, not sure why. Because the most point of the will seeds is the the SP getting back is always nice, but, well, the item that you get from them is pretty strong, honestly, but, yeah, definitely would be nice to have that, though.
Hey, over there.
Yep, there's a golden guard.
That viney door. We probably need to get in there, but it's guarded pretty well.
Yes, it is.
Right again. I can sense a will seed beyond that door, but it's gonna be rough going in.
Yep, it is. So, let's get ourselves ready for a fight, because if we want to get that last will seed, we gotta take out the golden guard.
Looks like this one's extra tough, Joker. Are we doing this now?
We sure can. So, let's do this. There you are. You're not taking another step.
I guess we'll just have to step on you. First, let's do this.
And here we go. Here's a... oh. Oh, it's Mara. Or mini Mara, but still.
What? It's coming.
That is a poor choice of words, but okay. That's totally not what you think it is, guys. Totally not. Yep, stop being dirty, guys. The Torn King of Desire. Okay, well, here we go. I forgot, that you can run into this guy this early in the game. Usually it's not until late game that you see Mara, but technically this is mini Mara because there's two Maras in this game, but yeah, definitely an interesting character, let's be honest. But let's drop his attack so he doesn't do too much damage here. Okay, just staring it on, that's good. Hopefully not much damage will come from him, and let's see if we can get a forget on him, because it's always possible. He does count as a boss though, so we might not be able to do any statuses to him, but honestly, it's better to do something than nothing. Okay, and then we do have the way to drop its defense, so let's use Wakanda real quick. Drop any kind of free like, any freebies that we can, honestly, since we want to do as much damage as we possibly can, while not taking as much damage as we possibly can, because that assault time is definitely not nice to get hit by, but honestly, it's not the worst thing to get hit by at this moment. So honestly, we're still good. Let's go for some shots with our little slingshot. He's resisting it, so that doesn't do much there. But we can now turn back into our send here, and let's go for a rampage, since it should hit 3 times. So, oh, only 1 time. Never mind. It was worth the shot, honestly. Okay, go for a good hit. Not bad. He's going for a heal. He basically just healed what we just did to him, so honestly it wasn't that bad. And this should be the rest of his HP there. And down goes the Torn King of Desire, also known as Mini Mara in a way, or technically Mara when it comes to Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, because that's the only form of Mara in that game, if I remember correctly. So, 98 experience and 1,800 money. Not bad. Pretty good rewards for this early in the game.
Hell yeah. Let's swipe this well seed and get out of here.
I'm so done with this place. We're almost, through here. Just hang in there, Panther.
Hang in there indeed. Definitely an interesting, enemy to fight, honestly. I don't know if you can actually get that, specific persona, to be honest. Because I know you can run into them later in the game, but I haven't actually tried to recruit one, to be honest. So honestly, I'm not sure about that one, but it is definitely an enemy you can fight. But Blue Lust Seed, the final of the Lust Seeds as well. Or the Will Seeds for this palace, because they're not... Well, these ones are called the Lust ones, specifically, because every single palace is based on one of the deadly sins. But, except for the final area, but that one's different, honestly. It doesn't really count. But Crystal of Lust, we'll definitely take it. And now we have both forms of it. The fully upgraded one, because you get to keep the one that you get in New Game, in your original playthrough, if you got it from the original playthrough. So now I have the New Game Plus, original, and the Crystal version. Wonder what happens when you have 2 of those. That's actually something interesting. Maybe you can just get 2 of the fully enhanced versions. That'd be cool. Then you can have more party members with the same skill. But honestly, sometimes you wouldn't need that because certain skills that they give. But it could be good.
Whoa, what the hell was that? You know, I don't even know how to describe it. Come on, Mona. You never told us that, what these will seeds do anyways.
So that's what happens? I never expected that. I mean, I never expected anything, less than that to happen.
So you had no clue either? No, that's our Mona. Yeah, good job, Morgana.
While I am quite brilliant, what really matters is the power I'm sensing from it. Maybe it could give us a upper hand somehow in the future. Wait, we're just taking it? I'm not totally sure that's a great idea.
Honestly, I don't know what it does when it comes to the actual palaces for actually taking them. I don't know if it actually does anything to them, to be completely honest, because they never go into great detail on the Will Seeds, other than you getting free abilities from them. So, honestly, I don't know what we're really doing when taking these, to be honest.
A Phantom Thief makes use of an available tool to accomplish a mission. Who knows what we'll find next? If you find ourselves in a situation where this could be useful, let's see what it can do.
Okay, yeah, of course. But, with that being said, we now have the, Lust Will Seed, so cool, we'll take it. And now we're actually done with this palace, so let's actually make our way out of here and then get ready for the real heist, which will be in tomorrow's episode, since, honestly, we got quite a bit until we can actually take that first heist. But, honestly, we now have it ready for us, though, so at least that's good. And now we can actually start making our way out, since now that we're done here, we can actually make our way to the exits. So, let's jump on back through like Mario 64, and let's get on out of this palace, since we're pretty much done here for the most part. The only thing we need to do now is actually leave. And since we're pretty close to the exit, we actually don't really need to do a cut here, since, honestly, we're already there. Okay, let's get on out of here. So, done with Kamoshida's palace when it comes to the actual infiltration. So, let's get on out of here.
We secured our routes to the treasure. Do you want to get out of here?
Yes, I would. Turn to the real world.
Okay. All we gotta do now is steal the treasure that shows up. Yeah, it's finally time.
Yep, it is.
But we need to send a calling card first. When should we do it? Just hold on. Let's retreat for now. and then we can talk about that stuff back at the hideouts. Oh, and well done for today.
Thanks, Morgana. But with that being said, we're officially done when it actually comes to the actual infiltration, as you can see. That's all the things we did. Quite a bit of things we did. And honestly, pretty good, because you always want to try and do these in one day if you can, because the faster you do them, the more time you get in the actual, like, confidant days and stuff like that, so you get more time to work on that. So if you can finish these early, it's always smart. So, honestly, not bad at all. When leaving a palace, your progress will be shown in the infiltration log. Your teammates will also comment on how far you have left to go, which is always good.
We've finally secured our routes to the treasure. All we need to do now is send the calling card.
Yep, that's indeed the case. Thanks, Morgana, for the help. So, now with that all done, we're now officially done with that palace for the most part. The only thing now we have to do is make the heist happen. That's the major part of that.
You did great today. You tired?
A little bit. But we're fine.
You back home yet? I'm pooped. It hit me like a goddamn ton of bricks right when I sat down.
Well, I guess we did. Walked pretty far in. I'm glad we found that treasure thing, though.
So Kamishino will turn into a good guy if we steal that, huh? Either way, it's up to you when we send that card, Spooks.
Call us to the hideout when you're ready.
Okay, nice work, guys. Nice work indeed.
See ya.
See you later.
The real challenge is coming up. I hope you're ready.
Yep, I think we'll be ready. Hey, Sojro, long time no see, buddy.
If you're going to study, you can use the booth, just whenever. Remember to clean it up afterwards, okay?
Thanks, Sojro. We'll be seeing you later, though. But at least we're done with Kamoshida, though. See what's going on with Morgana.
We need to figure out the best day to send the calling card. Come on, let's meet up with the others.
Okay, well, we just finished it up, but okay.
You're tired after going to the palace, aren't you? Let's get some rest today.
Just seeing a couple of conversations, because Morgana really does like you to go to bed sometimes. They actually got rid of a lot of that in Royal, which was something that is nice, because Morgana actually took away a lot of your days originally. Thankfully, they basically halved it, actually, but now you can do more. But it's actually really nice that he doesn't go too harsh on you.
Let's call it a day and go to bed.
Okay, let's sleep it off then. Off to bed we go. I dreamed that Takumi and I watched a film together, moving the two of us to tears. I feel a little closer to Takumi. Okay, we'll take it. Free support points. Always nice, since I don't have to worry about, getting any kind of social stats. My character can just go to bed during the night, so I get more points for characters over time, which is actually pretty nice, actually. There was this overseas drama on TV last night. I only started watching it part way, though, but now I'm totally hooked. I want to start watching from the beginning now. I wonder if there's anywhere I can borrow Season 1. How about that video rental shop on Central Street? If you become a yearly member, you can borrow as many DVDs as you want. Oh, they're a pretty big chain, so they probably have it. Thanks, I'll stop by later. It's actually somewhere that I use quite often in the my first playthrough, to be honest. That's a good way to get points for actual, like, social stats, honestly.
This video rental shop on Central Street. Oh, they must mean the giant building right in front of the bookstore. Being able to borrow as much as you want sounds tempting. Let's check it out when we have time.
Definitely. But with that being said, off to school we go, since we definitely got that going on for us. And, oh, hey, look who it is, the Nijimas.
Morning. I still feel, a little tired from all that hard work. How about you?
It was pretty good, but honestly, it wasn't that hard, honestly.
We found the treasure, so all that's left is to send the calling card. We have some time until the board meeting, though. What do you want to do today?
Let's send the calling card. Honestly, might as well, since that would be smart.
I can't just sit and do nothing when I think about Shiho. And I won't let you guys get expelled either. Kamoshida won't get away with this. We'll talk more in detail after school.
Okay. That's a plan then. Since, honestly, we might as well send the calling card today, and then get ready for the next episode when we actually do the actual heist. Honestly, it would make sense.
Sending the calling card is a make-or-break decision, so make sure you really think on it, okay? I'm sure both Ryuji and Lady Han are uneasy too, so make sure you talk to them about it, okay?
Okay.
Oh yeah, we said we'd meet at the hideouts. Okay, let's head there now.
I don't get why you brought that up, even though we were already heading there, but okay, thanks, Morgana.
Alright. All that's left now is to send out the calling card and take Kamoshida's hearts.
Couldn't we have just sent one at the beginning of all this?
It's not that simple. A treasure won't stay materialized forever. Once the impression is gone, the treasure will disappear. I think it'll last around a day at most.
The hell? That's like no time at all. Anyways, we could send a calling card right now, yeah? Let's do it. It's down this bastard's hearts.
Okay.
This palace will go away once we take the treasure. Make sure you've done everything you need to do.
Honestly, we're pretty good. Honestly, I don't need to go back for any of the locked treasures, to be honest, but it's still nice to know about that, honestly, but we didn't have all the treasure keys that we needed for it, so honestly, we couldn't have grabbed all of them at this time. Well, if I went out of my way to grab all the, keys and stuff like that, then yeah, I could have, but honestly, I don't really need it that much, but it is nice to know. Sending out the calling card. Be mindful of the following days, or things when sending out a calling card. Complete all preparations before issuing the calling card. Once a decision is made, you will return home and begin the next day at the palace. You won't be able to return to a palace after you send out the calling card and obtain the treasure, being sure not to miss any treasure caches. You can enter the palace to look for items or personas without sending out the calling card. However, be aware of the time remaining. Okay, simple things. But let's send out that first one at least.
I've been waiting to hear you say that.
Definitely as well, honestly. Finally, the first heist is now upon us.
Tomorrow's finally the day.
So we're sending the calling card in the morning and carrying out the plan by the end of the day, right?
Yep, that's the plan.
Correct. The effect won't last that long. Are you worried? Waited too long.
Honestly, true.
Perfect.
Honestly, we could have sent it at night, honestly, when we left the palace, but honestly, it makes sense that we waited on it, because we had to think of what we wanted to say in it, honestly, so it's fair.
We're going to pull this off, no matter what.
Okay, planned.
So who's going to write the card?
Yeah, who's gonna write it?
Leave it to me.
No, Ryuji. Okay.
Why?
Why? Why wouldn't it be me?
This is important. Are you sure you can handle that pressure?
Probably.
I must agree.
I really want to get him good. And let me write it. Come on, please.
Alright, write whatever you want. You sure you can do it? Alright, yeah, do it. You're good. Honestly, you have the most reason to deal with Kamoshida, honestly. He did snap his leg in half and pretty much ruined his track career. So honestly, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I got this.
Hey, are you sure about this? If they find out our identities, all this work will be for nothing.
True.
I know.
Good on you, Ryuji. You got this, I think, bud.
Alright. Then tomorrow it is. You'd better not slack off on this.
We won't. Honestly, you really can't, to be honest, because they force you into the palace, so we're pretty much good.
Well, whether you like it or not, the real battle begins tomorrow. Make sure you're prepared, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Morgana. Thanks for the prep work.
Man, there's so much I want to write on the calling card, and it's kind of tough figuring out what to say.
Are you sure you're really capable of this?
Don't worry, I got it. I even made a logo for us.
A logo?
Yep, you'll see it tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, that's worrying.
Anyways, you guys should rest up. If we screw up tomorrow, we're totally done for.
Leave it to me. I'm counting on you guys. K, Sarah. I'm counting on you guys.
Yep. I'm sure we can do this.
Just remember, we can't trust any shitty adults. That's why we gotta do this ourselves. Anyways, let's pull this off and surprise everyone.
Okay, that's the plan. Let's do this, Ryuji. And honestly, like I said, we'll be ending off today's episode here, and in the next episode we'll be doing the entirety of the heist, and whatever we can do after, since we might finish up early, so we might do some confidants as well. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode, have a wonderful rest of your day, and with that being said, tomorrow will in fact be the heist. What partakes in the heist, honestly, I'll leave that up to speculation for now, because honestly, I'm gonna hit you guys with a little bit of, some mystery. So, with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.